Hi. I was thinking what is the possibility to warm the room or your apartment? Of course, in a conventional way, you use heater, a normal heater, which warm up the air, and the air can warm up the people who lives inside this apartment or room. But there is another method to warm yourself during, especially winter time, via heat lamp or so-called infrared lamps. And these are more efficient because there is less amount of energy waste, and because it's basically works on direct heat, um, it's more efficient. But one of the problem that usually heat lamps or infrared lamps have is that they are usually fixed and straight, and they are focused on a special region. And when you go outside of that region, basically they're not useful anymore, so you don't get warm. For this reason, I was for a couple of weeks thinking of a servo lamp that can follow you or the person who is inside the room. In this way, you don't need to warm up everything inside the room. For example, you don't need to warm up chair or your bed or your walls, because it's only important that you yourself get warmed. And maybe for this project, I need a little bit more complicated electronics and also high level of programming. Because of this reason, I actually prepare kind of uh, like a PLC version of a Raspberry Pi, because of this hats that I actually inserted on top of the Raspberry Pi. I can control now servo motors or relays. That with this version I can basically I have a mini computer, I would say, but still I have this possibility to connect to the external electric devices. And my goal in this project is that with this Raspberry Pi powered board, um, write codes that I can actually track objects via Python probably, and also I can control the servos in a way that the servos can follow the person who is inside the room. Of course, this method is not also um, how to say, maybe not efficient in a way that if there are two-person in the room, of course it cannot follow two-person simultaneously if you have only one servo lamp. But because this is just a prototype, I would like to further develop this prototype in a way that to build a servo lamp that can follow the people inside the room. If you are by any chance a software developer or just a hobbyist and would like to contribute in this project, I would be really, really happy to read your message. Just write something for me and I will definitely contact you. So now let's go deeper and see what are the components that we need and what type of software are available to help us in this journey. Thanks, and let's do it. So, as you see, I have prepared a prototype, kind of like a servo lamp. Inside, I have an infrared lamp, which actually I bought from eBay. And this infrared lamp originally was meant for reptiles, because this type of reptiles needs actually to get heated constantly, and to adapt to be able to live in a harsh environment, where, for example, in colder environments. So they need this heat lamp, and these lamps are basically working in infrared region, and they don't produce any lights, but only heat. And with this type of lamp, you can warm up. This lamp is about 150 watt, and you can warm yourself quite, I would say, from far distance. So I have once tried to stay almost 2 meter away while still get the heat. And the reason that I actually put this aluminium foil around it is just to make the focus more in a specific region, and actually it works very nice. So the lamp itself is connected from the back to a 220 volts, and it has two servo lamps, servo motors, one here which is meant for this direction of motion, and one base which is basically this direction. And yeah, so it's a little bit tricky to set up everything, but basically they're functioning. And my plan is basically use this raspberry board and connect it here. Later I will connect it to this board, to this rail, and connect the servos, and then we will power it up and we have to write codes. And later maybe I connect also a camera directly to the Raspberry Pi. I don't know, I have to think about that, and there are lots of things that needs to be done. But for now, you know the structure of the lamp, how it works and how it is supposed to be. And yeah, maybe one camera also comes later to track the objects, and we will see how this project goes forward. So as you see in this diagram, this is the structure of the system, or one possible structure of the system. And what I want to show you is that probably we can connect the servo motors to Raspberry Pi directly and program everything in Raspberry Pi from the motion control via Circuit Python program. And we have two options. The option number one is to connect also directly camera to Raspberry Pi via Ethernet, and using Python inside the Raspberry Pi to track the objects or do the face recognition algorithm. But the option two is a bit maybe easier to consider it like an external laptop that runs the Python on it, and a camera to be connected on to the Python on the laptop, and just the results or the triggering data to be transferred via the Ethernet to the Raspberry Pi. This is also one way of the connection topology, but we will find out later. Please follow my videos in the later episodes, and I try to show you the advances. Thanks, see you.